Next item I have is, as we have at every meeting, is an approval for funds from the CARES. You did already approve the $3.475 million out of the CARES for the grants. I then have other expenditures from the other categories that are covered under CARES, namely in this case municipal reimbursements, economic development efforts, and the Mask campaign. So you were provided an overall list. Municipal reimbursements actually came in a bit surprisingly low. Their total amount in round numbers is about $48,000 in municipal reimbursements, and that's for any municipality in the county. And I think we asked them, we gave them 2 or 3 opportunities to submit their numbers, and we came in with about $48,000 in costs for any PPE they may have acquired, or any other costs that are directly related or were directly related to coronavirus that they had to incur. So that's part of this. As you can see, there are about a dozen municipalities listed there. This also includes then the Mask campaign, which for a large portion of this is the Mask Up signs that have been acquired by many businesses across the county, and they received $1,000 per entity for the use of the space and the display of those signs toward the Mask Up campaign. In this one, that's $489,000. And then there are also various agencies, vendors, and others who are receiving funds for their services toward this, whether it be design, printing, T-shirts. Let me see, what else do I recognize here? Video production, and masks, including the direct mail mask campaign that was sent out. And then lastly, there are a few economic development efforts. They're listed as economic development efforts, but they were directly related to the Forward Together Lebanon effort that the EDC has undertaken. And this is sort of catching up on all of those expenses that were incurred really since April or May. Website development, public relations, ad placements, things like that, and those are all encompassed in the Kaufman Creative Services invoices that are included. So all total for today, I have $981,282.60 in expenditures. We will report these to DCED at the end of the month. And as I mentioned earlier in the meeting, I do have a monthly Zoom call with some auditors from DCED, as they do with every other county, checking up on the expenditures, making sure the money is being spent and how it's being spent and appropriately. So I'm asking for your approval on the $981,282.60 in CARES expenses.
Okay, Commissioner Litz, is that?
Yeah. First a question, and then I'll gladly make a motion. Did you mention the 36 signs going to school districts as well?
I didn't mention them specifically, but I believe they're in the 489,000.
Yeah, I think 525 additional Mask Up signs are going out. So anybody who didn't submit their picture has to do that on the maskuplebanon.com website. And
upload it to that page, yeah.
Yeah, we cannot approve it until you fulfill that last step. So do it now. We don't want to run out of time or money in order to pay you. And I just wanted to say that. That being said, I will make a motion to pay the $981,282.60 for CARES funding.
I'll second it, Mr. Chairman, but I do want to comment.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
I'm going to vote no against this, and most of the folks that stay tuned to my position in Lebanon County and on this issue understand that it's not against obviously the municipalities and some of the other things, that because it's grouped together with this Mask Up campaign that has been forced down our throat by the Wolf administration. And I might comment, I'm still waiting for the positive results from this great expenditure of money. It seems that our numbers are going up with everyone else's. So I don't think it's a good, I'm glad that we're using vendors locally, and I'm glad that local businesses are getting part of this. But as we saw earlier this morning, we were not able to meet the needs of all the businesses that actually needed funds directly to keep their businesses going. So that pretty much explains my vote on this item.
All right, the only thing I'd like to add is that in sort of touching on what Commissioner Litz had said, to make sure we have about 1,500, I think, total applicants for the $1,000 grant for advertising the signage for Mask Up. And they need to upload that picture with the, whatever it is that they've chosen as a sign, with something related to their business, and upload that to the media page. That's how you get paid. So there are, several outstanding that have been approved otherwise, but they need to get that last piece accomplished in order to get that $1,000 check. And I'd also, we mentioned, of course, many times Karen and Grow and her team. I just, at this intersection, wanted to mention Denny Kinlock and the relationship we've developed there. I think Fresh Creative was a good choice to be the quarterbacking firm for this. And certainly he's done a good job, as you can see, with distributing this effort as wide and far as we can within the county through as many, other agencies that do similar work to Fresh Creative. So I think they did a great job, and it continued to do a good job. It was a yeoman's effort to do what they've done, and I just wanted to single him out, as we did with Karen. I think in this side of the equation, he's done an equally laudable job.
Well, and if I may, I certainly want to thank Denny as well. I think, part of the instructions that the board gave him was to keep the money here and make sure that it gets out to a lot of different agencies and folks that provide these kind of services. And he certainly did do a great job with that.
Yeah, he did that. All right, Commissioner Litz, your hand is up.
Yes, my hand is up. I was wondering, Jamie, with this $981,282.60, what is the balance that we have left of the 2.8 million?
Well, you've paid out about 1.7 million. I believe encumbered yet and not paid is about another 700,000. So I expect this $1,000 grant for the signs really snowballed. Probably more so than anticipated, which is fine. But I am anticipating we're going to be somewhere in the 2.4 of the 2.8 million range, unless there's something at the end that's can still be done. I've not had any indication back from the governor's office. We did put a packet together of the Mask campaign and all of the facets of it to forward onto the governor's office in an effort to maybe, in the 11th hour, be able to shift some of that money out of the Mask campaign and then back into grants where we could quickly, disperse it. But I've not heard anything on that. So that's where we stand.
Okay, I noticed, or I haven't noticed, Channel 27 pop up. I saw 2 contracts go through for Channel 8. Where are they in the process?
As far as I know, it was being placed by Fresh Creative. I didn't see an invoice yet myself, but I only get them in these batches, so we can get an update on it.
All right, I was just curious.
All right, anything else? If not, all in favor of the motion approving the payment of $981,282.60. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries 2-1 in the affirmative. So we will pay the bill.